This may come to a shock to some amount of people, but you're not the only person in this world. You're not. You're far from it. Far from it. If you were... So how much people do we have? Like 7.4, 7.6 billion, I want to say, on this planet right now. That amount is only increasing. To put that into perspective, if you were to count one person every second, it would take you... I believe it's like 84 to 86 days to get to 1 billion. To count 1 billion people. Now do that 7 times. 7.6 times. That is... it's important to view that, yes, you are competing against other people to get to the top of the hierarchy. You want to be at the top. You want to be up here. You're probably not near that level right now. But it's important to understand how much people are actually out there. But not all of them are your enemies. See, that's the thing. We as men compete. We compete in everything. We compete very obvious things, sports, Olympics. We compete in getting females, but we compete much more psychologically as well. We always want to win an argument. At least the base lesser man would always want to win an argument. I don't say the smart man, but the wiser man knows that what's better than winning an argument, or to be in an argument in the first place, is just not to have one. But that's another thing for a completely different day. But let me reiterate, we as men compete. We as men compete. Everything you're going to do, you're going to have to compete in. Business. Yeah, you better fucking hope so. You're going to have to compete with your employees to get a better position. You have to compete with your boss because he's an asshole. No matter where you are in the hierarchy, say that there's like, the grunts, the slightly above grunts. Maybe these people are like officers or some shit, like slightly better position, and and then you have like Arnold Schwarzenegger up here or something like that, or like Genghis Khan, someone like truly fucking incredible. Now let's say you're not a grunt, but you're like just above the grunt. You're just above the grunt, so let's call that level the half a bitch. The half a bitch level. Let's say you're at half a bitch, which is generous. Because some of you aren't. Sorry, that was uncalled for. Now let's say you look at this. I wish I could label this down, but let's say there's 7 levels. Say you're at the second. Say you're at the 6th level. 7th level is the grunts. First level would be the Arnolds, let's say. But it's also is a hierarchy, so there's less people at the top, more people at the bottom. It's general fucking mismatch. Who gives a fuck? What I'm trying to say is that in every level, you seek to rise. You seek to get to the top. But that's for personal gain. You're competing against everyone above you, but everyone below you who's also looking to go higher. You're competing against people who are better than you, have better positions, who have better genetics, who have better smarts, who know how to do shit better than you. And they might even be looking higher than you. There's always someone who might be better than you. Might. It's like, I'm so sorry, but like all the basketball fans, but this really, I don't think it was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but I think it was his coach, if I remember correctly, that said that just remember that whenever you are not practicing, somebody else is. And one day, when you're to meet, the winner will be decided. And that is 95% of the time going to be the person who practiced more, who put in more fucking effort than you did, who hungers more for it, who has that beast inside of them, like, want, want. And the caveman with like a random squirrel he finds like. But something beautiful about this hierarchy is that we're aware of it. You know, at least we're aware that like, okay, I'm not at the top, but I could be here. How can I be at the top? Well, outline it. Outline it. Do exactly what you need to do. To say, okay, don't think about like what you are likely to do. Think about what you can do. Almost get a little bit idealistic about it. Be like, yes, if I could work 5 hours a day, just complete focus, no phone, no nothing. You probably can't do that immediately. You probably can't do like 10 minutes without your phone. But think about something that will get you there, do, and then start implementing that. If you go step by step by step by step by step, is better than making one giant leap. Remember that. Take your time. Take your time. I cannot stress this enough. Take your time. This is a marathon, not a sprint. The game of life is not played out immediately. And above all else, I really need to make a video, but be compassionate. Don't be an asshole. Don't let pride get to you and be like, yeah, I'm better than you. Oh, yeah, football. Don't be an asshole, man. Kindness is the infinitely harder thing to do, and it will take you infinitely further, make you infinitely more happy. Just had a thought about, I wonder in which hierarchical level is it the people who are the most happy. You'd think like maybe people at the top. And I feel like that's true under a few circumstances. If you want to be at the top, if that's the genuine, like, if that's what you feel like your purpose is, that's what you really want to strive for, go for it. But say that isn't actually what you want, then you don't have to be at the top. Other people need to fill out the more grunt positions, of course. If you can be at the top, if you can handle it, and that's what you want to do, go for it. Good for you. I hope you can make it. I genuinely hope you can. But if that's not your style, okay. Just because you're not at the top does not mean you can't be happy. Fulfillment makes you want fulfillment, you want gratitude, not happiness. Happiness is gone. Happiness does not exist in this fucking world anymore. You cannot be happy for very, 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 very extended periods of time. We are constantly changing. We have phones. We have so much technology. Everything is so sped up. Everything's so fucking spit into our monkey minds. Like, happiness does not last. Pleasure does not last. You need something that does last. That is fulfillment. That is gratitude. That is compassion. That is being okay with everything. You know what? That's a good point. We as men compete. Don't be a fucking grunt. It's easy as that. The people who have the most reward put in the most effort. Those who will never know will never try.